What is up, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. We're here for the Japanese Grand Prix in this F1 2019 career. We've got to try and come back from a less than happiness. Oh my lord, what's gone on here? Danny Kvyat has signed to Mercedes, replacing Bottas. Bottas is moving to Red Bull. Gasly has been let go. Gasly's been given the boot. That should have been us. I'm sorry, that should have been our seat. I'm not gonna lie to you. That's a bit disappointing to say the least. But well, Kvyat's back in F1, so there's that. That's atrocious. Bottas has actually gone to Red Bull, but we're gonna jump straight in here to the Japanese Grand Prix. As I was saying before, that blew my mind. We haven't had a fantastic second half of the season. We had a good race in Belgium. We had an okay race in Italy. Grosjean's kind of in the way. What is Grosjean doing? I'm not sure if he's on a hot lap. I don't think he is. We're going all over the road here. You can see us fighting the steering wheel. He eventually gets out of the way. Cheers, mate. That could have ruined our lap. You can see we're losing time hand over fist, and it's going to be enough to get us through. Yes. Okay. Sweet. Yeah, we've been really struggling. We've had a good race in Belgium. Italy was a bit meh. Singapore was, well, if you haven't seen that race, go check that out. Russia was, we had pace. We had really good pace. But we just couldn't do anything because of the Red Bulls and because of Gasly. Hence is why Gasly got dropped, because of what happened in Russia. If you haven't seen that episode, go check it out. It's ridiculous. So no wonder we could absolutely clatter the curbs there. We're chucking the car all over the road. We're driving in frustration and we didn't get that Red Bull seat. We're going to come across the line, 2 set a lap time, and we are position 6. So that actually helped us. Driving in anger seems to work around there, which is obviously good news and obviously good to hear, and it's what we like to see. So we actually beat our teammate in that session. Butler, Russell, Leclerc down in P13. So Leclerc not doing very well here. But coming into the final stage of qualifying, the flag is out. We're only going for one run in these qualifying sessions just because it's easier for time. We clap those bollards again. We take the exact same line, if not identical, to the last lap again. Driving in anger. But unfortunately for us this time, it's not going to do bits because we had an awful beginning to the lap. So we're actually going to come P8, which obviously isn't ideal. It's our objective with the team to become P8 every single time. But, you know, it's definitely not what we'd expect. I end up losing out to Albon. We come ahead of Weber, which is interesting considering he's a race winner. And we got Bottas, obviously, there in the Red Bull. Kvyat, P2. We're just looking at the time just to see, you know, where we won, where we lost and stuff like that. But it's not much we can do. I'm just checking over every little detail. Just out of frustration. But you could see drivers, Valtteri Bottas from Mercedes to Red Bull, and Kvyat from nowhere to Mercedes. Now that is definitely an interesting thing going on there for sure. I didn't expect that to be my drivers. You know, we've had quite a driver transfer quite late. Definitely probably one of the latest, I'd say. And you know, sure enough, we end up getting one. I don't think there'll be any other ones this season. I think next season there'll be probably a few. And yeah, it's absolutely mental. So our aim, technically speaking, is to beat Bottas. So that way we can get that seat along Max. You know, that's kind of what we want and stuff like that. And I'm only noticing this now on the render of Seb. You actually got the mission winner stuff on it as well, which is pretty cool. For those of you who don't know how these pictures work, they're not pictures. They are real-time rendered. So whatever's in the game files, it will show that on the screen. Max, speaking of him, isn't actually having a great job. He's P13. Hulkenberg, P18. Grosjean, P20. So, you know, Russell's been having a pretty decent season so far, and Kubica doesn't seem to be getting with it, but can't worry about them. We've got a race to worry about. We've got Albon to our right, and we are underway straight away. I tell you what, Kimi Räikkönen P5. Where did that come from? We've got Weber on our inside. We've got Hulkenberg, or Ricardo, I should say, on our left. There's a little gap there. Oh, that was naughty from Lucas there, going into the side of Ricardo. So that's pretty good damage to his car, if not both of their cars. But that was very cheeky there from Weber. We've got Albon being held up by Kimi. We're going to see it move down the inside, bang tyres. We're getting our elbows out this race. We're really not happy about that Red Bull drive being stolen from us from Bottas. well, essentially from Kvyat in a sense, because he's the reason why they switched. But I guess, you know, Bottas probably accepted the drive for Red Bull. We're going to go all the way down the inside of Kimi. We lock up massively, trying to avoid Bottas there. We've got a little too deep for our own liking. We get the position, and Bottas, the guy I said we're going to have to try and beat in this car, is the man up next. We're right at the back of his gearbox. You can see we're going to have DRS on him. I believe he has DRS on the car ahead, which is true. I think that might be Kvyat or Hamilton. It's hard to tell at the moment. Bottas is going to cover the inside. We're going to go all the way around the outside, dive to the inside. He actually goes a little bit wide, which probably helped us, so I'm pretty sure he probably locked up. I don't think he just went wide like that as his normal line. But Hamilton is the car ahead, so Hamilton in the P3. We've actually got, looking back at this, right, we've got quite a bit of grip and pace as Bottas tries to go down our inside here as we come into the approach for 130. We got a little bit wide to cute the angle, and he backs out of it, showing him who's boss. But looking back at this video, it looks like I've got amazing grip through some of these corners. And I tell you, when I was driving it, I didn't feel like I had amazing grip. It felt awful. This car did not feel great. Oh Jesus, Bottas is getting really punchy now. We've probably woken up a sleeping beast, being a little bit aggressive here with him. But you've got, I believe that's Kimi Räikkönen and our teammate Alexander Albon coming into 130R, and Albon just obliterates Räikkönen there. He just completely came through and just ripped his tyre off. Räikkönen had no hope in hell, and no safety car, of course, because this game doesn't believe in safety cars since the few most recent patches. Norris, very close with our old little rival Lando Norris there. Very cheeky to bang wheels coming out of the pit, and then he's going halfway through the corner. But Hulkenberg is the next target. He's going pretty slowly on his older tyres. We're going to dive down the inside, as obviously we're on the harder compound tyres here. Just try and get the undercut a little bit and see if we can gain any positions on any of the cars ahead. You can see in the pit lane we have got a few cars. Verstappen's in the pit lane, and there's our teammate Alexander Albon. So I don't think we've actually will have jumped Bottas, or certainly not Hamilton, but only time will tell, as coming out the pits lane now is Bottas, and he's actually managed to extend the gap and jump us, so that's obviously not good for us. Butler's just ahead of us. Albon is fancying a move at us. He's moving to the right, the left. Now he's going down or outside. He absolutely steams down it. He's going to go a little bit wide and locks up, in actual fact, which opens the door for us. And you know, we're clean straight through our teammate. We're not being done over by Albon, and if he wants to cause another crash, as we almost caused a crash ourselves, getting a bit sideways here, he's still just about there. We're making a few little mistakes now, which obviously isn't good. We've got Max behind us now, and we're just going to pull to the inside, let Max through. We're not fighting him. Albon actually thought of maybe making a move there, and we actually, you know, kind of cut him off a little bit, which is a bit unfair. But got to show that we are compliant with that. But Albon is battling Leclerc, who was fighting just behind us, and down the inside, Leclerc and Albon do make contact, and Albon's actually a little bit sideways, so he's got a bit of damage. But Weber has come back at us here after his first lap contact with Ricciardo, and he's going to try and move around or outside. We're going to hold the inside line, and we're going to go really, really deep. It's going to allow Weber to actually kind of get back at us here, as we're going to go side by side through this section of corners. This will be fantastic if there's no contact, and indeed there isn't, and we hold on to that position, which is obviously good. We're going to look at the replay now, and you can see we just lock up a little bit as we try to go through. Now it's very, very touch and go, as you can see. We just about hold on there, but nonetheless we are in P6 is what we're aiming for. P7 is what we have at the moment. Weber's looking very aggressive, coming into the 130. We're going to hold the outside line as we normally do. Weber down the inside on 130. I want to go side by side, and he actually making a little bit of contact. He's stuck on us. He's going to the wall, and that's it. That's just great. And he's out as well. Serves him right. Are you serious? Again, we get stuck on another car. This time I think it's a bit stupid. So obviously, you know, we go side by side, and then alright, let's have a look at this. Right, so we're going down into 130R. He has a look down the inside. I give him a little bit of a twitch. We go in the inside. He kind of goes out towards us, and obviously by that point I get off him, and then the car loses the back end, and then we touch again, and then we're in the wall. I mean, can we just catch a break? That's a lot of debris. There's a few wishbones there, just sitting in the air. We've got an end plate, and he actually ended up reversing into the back of Weber there, which is pretty interesting. But I mean, you know how it works. If we crash out like that, then that's it. That's job done. But that was super frustrating, man. Like, That's twice in 3 races we've got stuck on the car. We've ended up in the wall. This time we didn't take out any other cars with us, but that's got to be disappointing for Weber, considering he won the last race and then now he's crashed out with his old teammate. But Danny Kvyat has actually won the Japanese Grand Prix, so his first race at Mercedes and his first race all season, he actually ends up winning. Like, what are the chances of that? Can we just... I don't understand it. Bottas there. As you can see, the helmets are still the same. I haven't updated them yet. I will get around to updating them eventually. But for now, when I recorded this, I just completely forgot about it. But nonetheless, Mercedes 1-2 here in Japan, which is not going to make the Red Bull boys or the Toro Rosso boys happy in the slightest. Sebastian Vettel on the podium here. Back with the mission winner, while they can still run it, of course. I'm pretty sure by the Americas, Brazil and Abu Dhabi, they have to remove it, but nonetheless it's back here for this race at least, so that's always good to see. But again, what a stupid I feel like I probably should have stayed off track when I lost the back end over the curb, but you know, you just don't think about it. And then double DNF for Alfa Romeo, that can't be good for them. That really can't be good for them. But nonetheless, we're going to get back here and probably going to be losing out to our teammate, are we? We're drawing with both of them. That's an interesting sight. You don't really see draws very happen, let alone both of them at the same time. But, you know, all we can do is just look forward to the next race, which I believe is Mexico. Now, I'm really looking forward to Mexico. I love the race circuit, and, you know, the Red Bull car, which is kind of what we're going for with the Toro Rosso, is pretty quick around there. So with any luck, we should have some blister and pace. We might be able to get back on the podium, and obviously, you know, our reputation drops a lot. That really hurt in terms of reputation and stuff like that. But luckily, in the press, no drivers gave us a bad reputation. I actually only found this out yesterday when recording career mode. You can use the pedals to go up and down reading the articles. I did not know that. Which is absolutely stellar. But nonetheless, guys, that's been it for me. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Sorry to not bring home the bacon, but if you have enjoyed it, please slap a like on it. It does help out massively. And if you're new around here, please subscribe for Formula 1 content every other day, as we're closing in on the end of this season. Till then, guys, take care. Bye bye.